Mechanically speaking, the tank is extremely simple. There's two long struts that run the length of it. There's this stepper mounting plate, a drive gear, and a driven gear. The driven gear there meshes with these hub pieces by means of some filament shoved through the 3mm holes there. The idler goes in the front, it's the same part, so you need 8 of those parts. There's 20 tread segments. Those treads are a big piece and a little piece, each with a piece of PLA filament shoved through the hole to pin them together. On the underside, the camera's only held on by tape, so I'll do this gently. There are 2 axle pieces, which have a little right angle piece there that keeps them from, it gives them strength so that the chassis doesn't twist willy-nilly. So they go through there, and on the back there's a very similar arrangement. It's just a bit of cardboard to give it a bit of structure. Everything is held together with these barbed pin thingamabobs, so it all just clips together with no tools required. And on the treads I put a little squirt of hot glue to give it a bit of traction on hardwood floors, otherwise it just sort of skitters on the spot. If you're going to build this, don't lubricate it until it's worn in, because putting lubrication on there will stop the plier rubbing against the other plier and making a smooth junction. Just don't lubricate it for a while, let it wear in, and then put some silicone grease on it or something like that to let it run a bit more smoothly. But if you put plier on there, if you put lubricant on there straight away, then you're doing more damage over the long run. In terms of electronics, there's the camera, which has got an embedded Linux board in there and a Wi-Fi daughter board that plugs onto it. I've written a custom web page that you load into the web UI that contains the code to send the commands to the Arduino. The Arduino is down there, and there's this little prototyping board stuck to the top, and there's 2 Pololu stepper controllers under here. Anyone who's built a RepRap will be familiar with Pololus. They're brilliant little things. And then there's just a 2200 mAh battery running the Pololus, and a big honking 5-volt regulator here to run the camera. The camera pulls about 5 watts, so this regulator is quite hot. Spray a bit of methyl on there, evaporates immediately. It gets pretty warm. I've just bolted a piece of, that's almost too hot to touch. I bolted a piece of steel to it to increase the surface area a bit, sink a bit more heat. But it works. Another consideration if you're looking to build this, you may need to roll your own solution for this. I've built the cogs, or the drive gear there, to fit on, to press fit onto the gears that my stepper had by default, which were that flavour. Oops, dropped it. So they just press fit onto there. They work well for me, but obviously your stepper's going to be different. Awesome. All up, the camera's $60. Arduino's $20, Pololus $15 a pop, prototype board, probably don't need it, but that costs $10 or so. Stepper's free if you scrounge them from a printer, an old scanner or something, but if you're going to buy new, they're probably about $15, $20 a pop. All the printer parts, probably about $10 worth of plastic if that.